Alright, let me ask you something. Just last season, the NBA came out with this new shiny thing called the NBA Cup. Sounds cool, right? A mid-season tournament, extra stakes, new trophies. But here's the real question. Does anyone actually care? Okay, first off, the NBA Cup is just confusing. Like, have you ever tried explaining this thing to someone? So, there are group stages, but during the regular season, and some games count for the cup and others don't. A survey just last month showed that over 60% of fans don't even fully understand how the NBA Cup works. Let's be real, if the fans don't get it, they're not going to care. It doesn't help that the stakes don't feel that high. I mean, it's not like winning the cup pushes your ticket to the playoff or guarantees you anything besides a shiny new trophy and a cash bonus. And speaking of stakes, think about it. How does this compare to the NBA Finals? Those games pull in 10 to 15 viewers, but the NBA Cup games, they're struggling to even match regular season numbers, which hover around 1.5 to 2 million viewers. So right out of the gate, it's confusing, low stakes, and honestly, kind of forgettable. Here's the thing. The NBA didn't just make this up. They borrowed this idea from other leagues, mainly European soccer and even the WNBA. Take the UEFA Champions League. That's the gold standard for mid-season tournaments, but here's the difference. European soccer has had those competitions for decades. They're baked into the culture. Fans care because their teams are playing on a global stage. Meanwhile, the WNBA has a Commissioner's Cup, and yeah, it's cool for them, but even that hasn't been a game changer. Their final game last year had around 400,000 viewers. Compare that to the regular WNBA Finals games, which draw closer to 700,000 to a million viewers. And the NBA? Well, it's kinda stuck in no man's land. It doesn't have the global stakes of soccer or the grassroots momentum of the WNBA. It's just there, and fans can tell when something feels forced. Alright, here's where things get juicy. How to actually fix this. Instead of adding a tournament that nobody asked for, why not cut the regular season to 72 games? Think about it. Fewer games mean every matchup matters more. The NFL has figured it out. 17 games. Every week feels huge. Meanwhile, the NBA's 82 game grind is just too much for fans to handle. And studies have shown that reducing the season could significantly lower injuries. Did you know the average NBA star now misses about 20% of the game each season? Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis have become symbols of load management. Fans hate it, but can you blame the players? Their body can only take so much. And get this, if the NBA cuts the season down to just 72 games, sure, they'll lose some ticket sales, but they'll likely gain in TV ratings. Just look at the NFL. Their average game averages 17 million viewers. That is way more than the NBA's regular season average of just 2 million. And basketball is an international sport. The NFL is not. If the NBA could make every game feel like it matters, fans would tune in. And guess what? This has happened before. The last time the NBA had a shorter season, during the 2012 lockout, it worked. The fans stayed engaged and playoff ratings actually went higher. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. If shortening the season is such a good idea, for fans, for players, and the game itself, then why isn't the NBA doing it? The answer, as always, is money. The NBA's 82-game season isn't just a tradition, it's a cash cow. Every game generates revenue, not just from ticket sales, but also from sponsorships, concessions, and most importantly, TV contracts. And here's the key stat. The NBA's current TV deals with ESPN and Turner Sports are worth a staggering $24 billion over the last 9 years. That's $2.6 billion per season. And guess what? Those deals are based on 82 games. If you cut the season to 72 games, that's 10 fewer games per team, meaning even fewer TV broadcasts, fewer ad slots, and potentially less revenue. So here's the big takeaway. The NBA Cup is trying too hard to be something it's not. It's flashy, it's new, but it's not addressing the league's real problems. Fans don't care because the stakes aren't there. Fans don't care because they're focused on the playoffs. Instead of forcing a mid-season tournament, the NBA should focus on making the regular season tighter and more meaningful. Imagine a 72-game season where stars play every night, fans stay engaged, and every game feels like it matters. So what do you think? Is the NBA Cup just a shiny distraction, or could it actually work someday? And do you agree that shortening the seasons is the real fix? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's talk about it. Until next time, stay hoopin'.